Some fans now believe the signs were there all along, pointing to Caitlin Clark's recent public appearances where her trademark energy seemed just a little dimmer, her post-game smiles shorter, her interviews more guarded, and her usually sharp, confident answers replaced with quick, almost evasive responses, especially when questions shifted away from basketball. And while at the time most chalked it up to exhaustion from the grueling WNBA schedule, a few diehard followers noticed subtle moments that, in hindsight, felt like red flags. A deep sigh before walking into the tunnel after a narrow win. A tense exchange caught on camera between Caitlin and Sophie during practice that both quickly laughed off, and even a cryptic Instagram story she posted late at night with nothing but the words "focus on what matters" over a black screen, which fans are now convinced was a clue about what was coming. And while it's impossible to say for sure whether those moments were connected to this sudden leave, the timeline has become a breeding ground for theories, each one adding fuel to the fire. Because if there's one thing the WNBA community thrives on, it's piecing together the hidden story behind every headline. And right now, all signs point to something much bigger brewing beneath the surface than anyone on the outside has been allowed to see. For anyone who's followed Sophie Cunningham's career, the gravity of her stepping up to deliver this kind of news can't be overstated. Because Sophie isn't just another teammate, she's built her entire reputation on being the loudest, fiercest, and most unapologetic defender of her team's stars, the kind of player who will take a technical foul without blinking if it means sending a message to anyone who tries to mess with her squad. And when Caitlin Clark joined the Fever, it was Sophie who immediately stepped into the role of enforcer, making it clear through both her words and her actions that anyone coming for Caitlin on the court would have to go through her first, a loyalty that earned her praise from fans and criticism from rivals, but cemented her as Caitlin's closest on-court ally, which is why her voice shaking ever so slightly during this announcement carried so much weight. Because this wasn't a press-trained PR moment, it was a raw human reaction from someone who has spent the entire season putting her body on the line